The Pats are back in the AFC playoff picture after last week's win, and they're going to want to keep that alive, Tank. Do you feel like maybe as a road dog they could come down in here and upset the Vikings, or do you think the Vikings just have a chip on their shoulder after getting absolutely whooped last week by the Cowboys?
The Vikings should have a chip on their shoulder, but man, Bill Belichick is a mad scientist. And over the past few weeks, I understand the offense that they played against. You have the Colts and you have the Jets with Zach Wilson, but they've only given up 6 points over the last couple of weeks. And this is a game where I'm not sure if the schedule guys planned it this way, but the Vikings have the last game on Turkey Day. Prime time Thanksgiving football with Captain Kirk at quarterback. Which narrative is going to come through? Is it going to be one of those things where you always hear about how Kirk Cousins plays in primetime games? Or is he going to totally redeem himself with the bounce back against the New England Patriots? But Bill Belichick is really good at taking away what the opposing team does best. And I feel like in this matchup, understanding the pressure that's going to be on Kirk Cousins, he's going to say, all right, I see what Dallas was able to do. Like, Dalvin Cook had an okay game, but he didn't have any explosive runs. Maybe we take away Dalvin Cook, make sure you can't lean on that run game. We'll double Justin Jefferson and then just kind of live with one-on coverage on Adam Thielen, TJ Hockenson, and force Kirk Cousins to go out there and make plays with those guys. And can you go ahead and beat us like that after 4 quarters? I don't know if they can. They could, possibly. But I think for me, just thinking through that scenario that way, I'll probably lean the under here, just given the fact that Bill Belichick is going to have that defense right. They're going to frustrate that Minnesota offense. We could say some positive regression from the Vikings offense, but I mean, that's not saying a lot. They only scored 3 points last week. So even if you get a couple more touchdowns or something like that, I still feel pretty good about Bill Belichick holding the clamps down on that offense, at least for one more week, and this being a low-scoring affair for that primetime game on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Jared, how do you feel about this one? And I'm also going to ask you about this game and also your Turkey Day teaser because I know you have one on Turkey Day. TDT, hit us with it.
Yeah, so I'll give you a little cap on this game, and then I'll give you my turkey trot 10-point teaser. I do this every Thanksgiving. It's a terrible bet. I don't recommend anyone make it for large amounts of money, but it is my favorite Thanksgiving tradition minus the food. So we've seen a little bit of a battle in this game. Moves off the 3, gets down to 2. That's where the Minnesota money stepped in, pushed it back to 2.5. Total's kind of been fluctuating between 42.5, 41, then back to 42, 42.5. So, again, unlike the Cowboys-Giants game, not a clear market direction here. I could see this one probably closing 2.5 right at around 42, and I don't see it, pushing in either direction. But the matchups, I think, do favor New England, especially defensively. And you want to talk about styles make fights. What did we just see? Christian Darrisaw, which, by the way, the concussion protocol in the NFL, I don't know how he was allowed to return to practice 2 days after suffering a concussion on Sunday. Then he plays in the game on Sunday and suffers a second concussion. That's tough. So obviously Darrisaw out this week, and that is important. Why? The second Christian Darrisaw went out, it was open season hunting wabbits, and Kirk Cousins was the wabbit, and it was ugly. I'm sorry, I had to go there. For example, the left tackle Blake Brandel, who was back up to Christian Darrisaw, gave up 2 sacks and 4 pressures in a half of football. 1 half, 2 sacks and 4 pressures. And so now you get New England's defense, which is right there in terms of pressure rate, again, against a Vikings offensive line that has shown inability to protect Kirk Cousins, and their best left tackle, one of the best left tackles in the league, not playing. That is a tough ask. So the other side of the ball, I don't know. I have no idea. I have been befuddled, and Tank, maybe you could shed some light. The New England offense is like the Bermuda Triangle. I have no idea what their identity is, what they're trying to accomplish. It just looks so disjointed every week. Some weeks it's great. The running game can't be stopped. Other weeks it's not great. Like, I don't know what we're going to get on the Patriots side of the ball offensively. And this Vikings defense at home after a 40-point drubbing, you would expect there to be some starch there. So I think the Patriots keep this close, but with the number being under 3, don't see a ton of value betting it on either side.